I want to focus today on what the polls tell me is your overriding concern, the economy and specifically the cost of living crisis. According to YouGov, who track these things month on month, week on week, nearly twice as many of you put that as top of your troubles, well ahead of health, which has seen a welcome and steady decline as a thing most people are worried about. But what is to be done about that cost of living crisis? The help on energy bills announced in the spring budget won't kick in until October, when the autumn budget is also due. That's more than 3 months away. Meanwhile, inflation continues to rise, and even before that, £15 billion package kicks in, and whatever else the Chancellor can conjure up in that main autumn budget, public borrowing continues to rise, and the cost of it, as interest rates also rise. Now, there's said to be a lively debate between number 10 and number 11 Downing Street, the Prime Minister and his Chancellor, on cutting VAT. Boris Johnson wants it, it would appear, but Rishi Sunak is said to be more cautious. Now, here's the really interesting thing. They've jointly written this 2-page article in the Sun newspaper today, pledging to do all that they can to help us through the cost of living crisis. But curiously, it is mainly a list of what they've already done. And the biggest point to what might happen in autumn is more help for businesses. Now, many will welcome that, but on his own side, there's growing pressure for more immediate help for us, the individuals. In the Sunday Express, Damien Green, Craig McKinley and Sir John Redwood urge a cut in VAT now, especially on energy bills. But bear this in mind, a cut in VAT would add to borrowing unless it's matched with cuts in other areas of public spending. And many economists argue it would further fuel inflation. It's a vicious cycle. But others say it could boost demand, giving us more to spend, and that would stimulate the economy, and that is a good thing. Well, one of them is Sir John Redwood, and I'm delighted to say that I'll be talking to him at the end of this programme. Now, many companies also, not least in the retail sector, have been saying how worried they are that the UK is sliding toward a recession, if we're not already in one. So it's a finely balanced argument that we will have today. We really want to hear what you think as well. Would you cut VAT right now? Would you cut those green levies right now? Would you cut income tax, not at the end of this Parliament, as Rishi Sunak's promised, but right now? Would you accept cuts elsewhere in public spending to help keep borrowing down? And have you got any other ideas? Email them at gbviews@gbnews.uk with any comments that you may have on our stories and on our conversations that we're covering today. We're also on Twitter and on Facebook. Do get in touch.